Hey guys.
Hey guys, I'm gonna stay muted until I have to chime in. We're trying to make it back home.
Yeah, I was about to say you came in just in the nick of time.
You said nick of time.
But anyways, welcome to another episode of Supernatural Talk. We have a good, great guest for tonight, who is also someone I've worked with previously. Of course, still a very good friend of mine, Len Dorman. Len, it's good to see you.
Hey, good to see y'all. Nice to be here.
So, I don't even know really how to start off this, because obviously we go back, you remember, Len, we will go back years before you moved down to Arkansas. But why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before I met you?
Before you met, taller, better looking, and younger.
Whatever got you started into the paranormal.
Well, I lived in Chicago since 2001 of 2016. So I lived there for 14 and a half years. So I got to know Nick, his dad. Paul was a good friend.
Oh, I think we just lost Len.
Is he getting storms or anything there? Because I know it's kind of rainy here.
I'm not sure. I didn't ask him that. He's been up, and we just lost him now officially. He's been having just from the start, his audio's been connecting. It looks like he's also, and Jeremy just said, looks like there's a bit of an audio delay for him.
Yeah, I caught that too.
Here, he's coming back.
Well, we're waiting for him to load. No, they would not sell us the floor model, Nick.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. All right. Good to have you back. Are you having we've been noticing you've been having issues. Is there storms going on down there right now? Or?
We have had rain for several days straight, but right now it's prime internet time, and you got kids doing their homework, checking out the porn. Arkansas is one of the top places for porn visits. Behind their wife's back.
Wow.
And
video games.
Or should I say behind their husband's back.
I quit laughing on that one. I cannot. I'm surprised Nick stayed in his chair.
And
you were saying though, Lon?
Yes. Yeah, Jeremy just said it looks like there's a little bit of delay on me. Yes, it's slow internet. I have a slow connection on here. I'll show you a little thing about what I'm dealing with. Those paddles right there on top of that thing right there. That's my internet connection, folks. Goes to Verizon. It's the fastest internet that you can get way out here in the country. And people forget how far in the country I live. I live southeast Arkansas. Arkansas has only got 3 million people. Our whole state has a population of maybe 500 more than the city of Chicago inside the city limits. And I live outside of town of less than 2,300. So wow. My immediate neighbors are deer and possums and coons and snakes.
The good kind of neighbors.
Yeah.
I live by bayou down here. I've got a fishing lake half.
When you're kind of freezing up again. Oh, and here's Adrian.
I think I'm back.
Whoa. Oh, now you are.
Oh, there's Adrian for sure.
Adrian, you look quite different.
That's the ugly Adrian.
Stunning, right? If we could all look this pretty all the time.
Hi, Zach.
Good to see you, Zach.
Okay, I'm done doing my duties. I'm gonna leave now.
I love how we get the curtain and everything.
I was going to say
Jeremy
that's the
just
first
pointed out
time-
that
Yeah. On the Arkansas on his radar, the entire bottom third of the state is getting storms.
right now we're not getting, especially when you're talking hours, which is how this.
Uh-oh, we just lost him again. His connection's really being an issue.
You know what? I understand that. Look at mine a couple of weeks ago. I just couldn't maintain with those high winds.
Right.
Those gusts were whipping at 111 miles an hour. I was surprised I was able to stay on. It was
Right.
just crazy. We had 60-mile-an-hour gusts the other day too.
What's up, Adrian?
Hey guys,
It's raining. It's raining
why
here
is this
too.
over
but not
here?
bad.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, we just lost
I
Len again.
Move this over here.
Look, we
Hey,
got
what's up,
another special
Chantel?
guest. We got another special guest over here. The driver, Michael.
Yeah, I don't know where.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know
a
where
little
Len
ticked
went,
off
but
right now.
I bet.
So you know what I would have done, Eileen? I would have done some shady stuff. Like I would have started washing my clothes in there already. I would have just started taking them off and throwing them in the washing machine. I would have hauled in my bag of laundry, thrown my laundry in there, and said, "Yeah, you know what? It fits. We're taking it."
Well, so what happened was, we got there and they wouldn't sell us the floor model. There was none in the bag, and they wouldn't sell us the floor model. And we just kept begging for the floor model. We're like, look, it's got scratch and dents, and we'll pay the full price that you're offering for it. So they didn't fall for it.
Aha.
I would have danced on it.
But he said he's going back tomorrow.
Does it have a nice spin cycle?
Well, it was a stove and oven combo.
Oh, see, I would have brought my groceries. I just would have, measured out my pots and pans. I would have put all my turkey stuff in there. Like Thanksgiving, when you got your big shit, you just bring your turkey in there with your roaster and everything else, and your potatoes and, your casseroles, and so it all fits in there. And then, you tell them you take it. It's contaminated, Look at how well it works for you. Oh, God.
Exactly.
I would even come in there with an apron. I'd ask for an extension cord. I'd plug in and start cooking it right there.
There's you some ideas, Michael.
Michael, I'm the worst influence.
sorry, I'm reaching out to Len, seeing what's going on because he's already.
Hello, Scott.
Hey, what's up, Scotty? Good to see you. Oh, hello, beautiful people, and Eileen.
Hello.
Well, you know what? Unless you put it up, I can't see comments, so you could just left that comment down.
Jeremy said that's what I was told. But of course, I was right before the other comment.
Yeah, he wasn't talking about that.
He wasn't talking about that, but it just kind of fit in.
No.
Oh, so how is everybody ready for this weekend?
No, absolutely not.
I got a crawfish bowl Saturday to go to.
I get to do a birthday party.
I get to do Easter.
Yep, me too. I mean, you can see on the video right now, so.
I'm not doing no Easter, no nothing.
Oh, hush you. Nobody wants to hear about how you're old and crusty and you don't want to celebrate.
No,
Okay.
I'm bitchy, and I am not celebrating for nothing.
Tell me what the
Scott,
difference
don't worry.
is.
I got to work that day too, but only in the morning.
Tell me what the difference is. You're being a stick in the mud. It is Easter, and it is my favorite holiday besides Thanksgiving.
Yep, it's Easter, all right. And
You
right
should-
before that is a birthday party.
It's Easter.
So what are y'all getting me for my birthday?
A one-way ticket to hell.
I already got that one. I got that one the day I was born.
Well,
Okay.
I can get it for a fast forward date or a later date. What do you want me to extend it, or do you want me to shorten it? I can extend it by 30 minutes.
Ah, crud. I'm listening to you, Jim, but I mean, we're in bumper to bumper here.
Ew.
That's
Oh
beautiful.
man.
Mm-mm.
But, so,
Easter is mandatory in my house. We have to dye eggs. We have to dye eggs.
so Monday, my aunt calls me and wants me to go to church with them to go to revival. And of course, I have not been inside a church since 2008.
Scott?
So we found it. We found a flyer that said 2008. And so we go to, oh, good, it's the other lane that's bumper to bumper. But so we go to church. Now, keep in mind, my husband is Catholic, born and raised Catholic, never stepped foot inside a Baptist church, let alone a Southern Baptist church. And then they brought an evangelistic preacher in. So my son had a field day at church. All right, I'm gonna go back on mute so y'all can talk to Glenn.
Yeah, so you're getting a leather belt from Scotty so you can get a butt whipping.
Scotty's getting you the belt, and I'm dishing out the whooping.
What the heck?
What? They just pulled right out.
See, no, there was like 5 cars going the wrong way down the interstate.
Yes.
You watch a road. Don't worry about the show. You watch a road.
I just want to watch the look on her face.
I ain't driving.
I don't care. Watch a road.
Oh, Adrian, you know what? What are the rules? What are the rules when you get bossy on a road trip?
We're not going there.
Len, if you've ever gone on a road trip with Adrian, it might just be your last road trip with Adrian.
And you've done it more than once, so
I bring treats. It's like catnip. Works every single time. I just hang it out in front of her.
No, you say, take 2 gummies, go to sleep, shut the hell up.
We were in a snowstorm, to be fair, and she didn't understand that the slower you go, the more of a moving target you are. And Len, did you live up in Chicago area?
I think he's frozen.
I think
I do
he is
too.
too.
There we
Oh,
go.
There,
Oh,
now
no.
you're back.
So you lived up in the Chicago area, right?
If you're talking, yes, I lived there for 14 and a half years, moved from Georgia,
So
Yeah, see, so you understand the
and
chaos.
moved down here some years ago.
Adrian got to experience her first snowstorm this year during a
Sure,
bad
right.
winter warning. And we couldn't pull over because we were in Wisconsin on the border, where there's no towns or whatnot. And there was an accident between, obviously Chicago and the Wisconsin border, like there normally is. And it was an 86 car pileup, and she's just freaking out. My son's in the middle of, the traffic waiting to go through, telling her about all the accidents that are happening around him. She's freaking out. So I tell her, you know what? Take 2 gummies and go to sleep, or sit back and shut the fuck up and let me drive.
And then we went into a slide.
Then we went into a slide, and I pull out of this slide, right? Because I'm pulling, you got the snowplow, and I'm in this GMC terrain, and I drive a dually.
Oh shit!
Okay.
No.
So I'm used to driving dualies, and I'm in this GMC terrain, and I have no oomph to go around the snowplow.
Thank goodness.
I did go around it, and not thank goodness. It's more dangerous to be behind the snowplow in that condition. Thank you very much. So you just hush your mouth. So I turn around and I get on the side of the snowplow, and I'm like neck to neck with the snowplow, And I know that the minute I pull over, there's going to be the rooster tail. You're going to zag. I spun out. Normal thing to do sometimes in conditions like that. I didn't miss a beat. Nick, you've seen bad snowstorms.
We've had those storms, but I've never been in that collision course, though.
Oh, you don't travel the back from roads?
Not that I can recall.
Mm. That's where it happens.
Jeremy's
Okay,
right on
so-
this.
Let's see if we can get Len's audio working right here. So tell me, I haven't gotten to jump in and hear anything. So tell me what you do.
What I do? I am retired. That's what I came to Arkansas to do. Left Chicago. The wife sold her house up in the Chicago area. Well, I sold it and bought 4 acres with a house for $18,500.
Wow. That's worth
And
the
did
land.
some
is
repairs, put a
worth
roof on it.
more
Did some other work in the house, and she is retired on disability now, and I'm fully retired on Medicare, and we can live on our Social Security without having to dip into any savings.
Right.
That's nice. No overhang.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's everybody's dream. So what do you do in the paranormal field?
I do investigations. Of course, I do host on Thursday nights at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, Southern Fried Paranormal, which is my own little. I entertain guests. Sometimes they entertain me. Sometimes I have to entertain them. But there's a lot of course, good information passed back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Try to have fun with it. My people I've admired in late night talk show hosts, of course, were Johnny Carson, Joey Bishop, people I grew up with. So that's kind of how I do my show. It's a lot of good information, but it's also a few laughs, at least a few. Some nights it's almost all laughs.
Yeah, that's the way it is here.
He's going to have the best guest ever on tonight.
Huh?
It'll be very interesting.
Huh? What?
You didn't know?
I
haven't heard?
didn't get it. I didn't get an invite. How can he have the best guest?
I tell him, Eileen.
See him twice tonight on a podcast.
Yeah.
I'll translate for Eileen tonight.
So right after
He's
this
on
one,
Len.
I'm jumping on his. But I will be home by then to actually have a computer going.
Boy, I hope so.
But no stove.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Eastern time is what, 2
Yeah,
hours?
Jeremy's asking this for you, Len.
So what got you into the paranormal? That's like my favorite question, and I know it's a cliche question and everything else, but I love hearing people's experiences and what caused them to go in that direction.
That's a loaded question, and again, I've gotten a lot of different answers to that question myself. I got into the paranormal because I was always in the paranormal, even as a child. I did my first little investigation, no equipment, mind you, but I was in single digits. I was 8 or 9 years old, investigating a former homestead, which was a former slave house in North Florida. That was slowly falling down. In fact, by the time I turned to falling down, but I got inside and did an investigation there at my young age because I could see spirits as a kid and realized what I was looking at. Of course, nobody wanted to do a kid seeing things.
Yeah.
And I just never really talked about it any after Ghostbusters came out.
And
Then
Then
all
it
of a
was
sudden
popular.
I said, okay,
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time. I don't know what's so outrageous and so popular now. I've done this for years.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I
finally
love
went
having
to
it.
a meetup group in Chicago, and that's where I met people that's in the paranormal, including this young idiot named Nick Millay. And I got the ghost hunting with him.
oh my God. It is true. He is telling the truth because I was there.
Yep.
And I was still in high school at that time.
Investigations I did was on Nick's 21st birthday.
Wait, how is that possible?
We had a
Nick's only
paranormal
10.
investigation.
Whoa, wait, what was that, Eileen?
How is it possible you did on his 21st birthday? He's only 10.
Yeah, I thought we agreed he was 12. We finally graduated him to 12. And because he went to 12, you went to 22.
24.
No, it was 24.
24.
Well, no, she gave Nick
Well-
2 years, remember? So she's now only 22, so Nick could be 12. Makes perfect sense to me.
That's too much math.
Way too much math. Way too much math.
I'm completely lost, but okay.
But it was in a bar, and he was drinks. He could legally to buy drinks legally, and we were investigating a haunted bar. When he walked in, the bar was still open.
Oh my God. Yep.
So here comes Nick walking in there, laughing to high heavens. You knew when he walked in there, you could be in the basement of the bar or way in the back. You knew when he walked in the front door. He was booming. And we actually tried to do it in a serious investigation. And there wasn't a whole lot serious about it going on. There was everybody was setting up lights, pointed at everybody else's camera.
Oh. Back to hell, I guess.
Logical.
Brad.
Blinding
Okay.
all the cameras.
Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. No.
Oh, I think Len's frozen again.
Why does it keep doing that?
It's the connection from his side.
Is there storms?
That's what
Well,
I
that-
asked before.
Well, no, he's on satellite.
Okay,
He's on
it's-
satellite internet. He's out in the boondocks. I mean, that means if everybody's pulling off the same, sector, you're sucking. There's no bandwidth. I understand that problem.
Oh
Completely.
my God. I cannot believe he brought up those memories.
So they had lights pointing at everybody's cameras, Nick. Oh man.
No, I wanted to know what I wanted to know what he said. What do you mean by cameras? Like, what are you talking about there, Len? Up, and we just lost him.
Aw.
Well, hopefully he'll come back on.
There we
Yeah,
go.
he said it's been raining, but they haven't got. Oh wait, no, he's coming back. I'm trying to get him back on though. Okay, here we go. Oh, and we just lost him again.
Well, we're playing Peeky Boo.
We're playing Where's Lynn? Not Where's Waldo. Where's Lynn?
So while we're trying to get him back on, Eileen, I got one of these damn things today. So Zach goes and gets it for me. Usually I'm at the store doing it myself, and they'll say, try it before you leave.
Is that the crazy berry?
This is sour rainbow
wow.
berries.
Oh, I haven't tried that one.
It's the days, the omelet. Yeah, you've got the elf bar. So I'm like, okay, I get it. I suck on it and it won't quit. Like the light stays on and it just keeps going. I'm like, it's gonna blow.
Oh my goodness.
So
Oh,
I
Andy's
blew
back.
it back out. And then he went back to the store and got another one. This one started doing it when I first did. I was like, oh my gosh, wrong brand. Do we have you back,
All right.
Len?
Yeah. Yes, you got me back for right now.
Okay.
All right.
This is one reason
gotta
I moved
ask-
my show to 11 o'clock at night. But the index is a lot better at 11 o'clock at night. Or
Yeah.
10 o'clock at night, my Central Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived out in the boondocks. I understand that.
So
Wait,
I gotta ask this. So what were you saying about the cameras before you froze up? Because you were saying all
Everybody's
this.
lights were on them.
I'll be right
lights,
back.
lights are on me.
Not you.
No, at this particular investigation, several people were drinking, and that should be a no-no. But everybody set their lights up independently without working with anybody else. So everybody's lights were pointed dead at a camera. So almost nobody got video footage from their static cameras because they were all blinded by somebody else's lights.
Yeah, I'd have been mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, just about every mistake that could be made was made. You had a couple people that got upset with each other because of improper techniques, and I was constantly having to just don't worry about it, move on, let's just get it over with. And we're in one of the most haunted bars in Chicago, which is saying something, that even at the time was still a mob bar.
Yep.
And had as a spirit, the main spirit there turned out to be Bruno. And Bruno Rodi was one of the main bomb manufacturers for Al Capone.
Oh, wow.
And in fact, ran the Black Hands gang. When Al Capone left New York and came to Chicago, he took over the Black Hands gang from Bruno Rodi, and Bruno Rodi continued to work for him for many years as a. Bruno made his living through extortion. He would threaten to blow up somebody's house if they contacted the police or didn't pay him a certain amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
A little like the cartel.
And
He was a primary spirit there. Yes. But this was the Chicago mob. This was the 26th Street gang, a mob that's still this day in Chicago, one of only 3 that the FBI didn't break up and destroy.
No, he didn't. He basically had almost complete control of the city of Chicago. I mean, we've recently uncovered that we believe he probably even had more control over our city than even the mayor at that time. I think he had some power even over some of the police in our city.
Yeah, I've been watching the show on
Al Capone
weirdos.
practically was the government, especially with Thompson, which was the most corrupt mayor Chicago ever had, which is saying something. Thompson, almost every mayor in Chicago has been corrupt one way or the other. Thompson was the most corrupt of them all, and he was definitely a friend of Capone's. Of course, I'm still dealing with Capone down here because Capone liked to go on vacation in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Ew.
So I've already been there once, so I'm planning on going to a little witches con over there whenever they announce they're going to have it over in Hot Springs, which is more in the center part of the state. And they usually hold it at a very haunted hotel and just down the road from a restaurant that Al Capone used to like to drop in on. and actually has a statue of Al Capone inside. And there's a psychic out in Texas that wants to go something with me in that restaurant. We're gonna try to get permission from the restaurant, either come in before they open or after they close, and see if we can contact Al Capone himself for his statue.
So I don't know if Nick knows. I think I've told Nick. My family is originally from Chicago. They actually helped build Chicago. One side of my family built, the Women and Children's Hospital, and then the other side built the third turn bridge. They were the engineers. My family was heavy into politics, and that's what the mob was. The mob was just the running of the politics. They needed control of the city to be able to control what went in and out, and the prohibition and whatnot. But the mob gets blamed for a lot of bad things, but there's a lot of good things that the mob did that I'd like to point out. Back in the day when the war came about, you had to, if you were a farmer, give X amount of your cows over to the U.S. military. Well, they backdoored this, and they would find out where the locations were that the Army was going to go do their stockage on, their count. And they would leave you a certain number of animals, that would maintain your family, but nothing you could make a real living off of. And they would take your cows, your pigs, whatever you had. So the farmers would get together, and then they would move the animals from one area to another area.
Oh, I think we just lost him again. I was actually wondering if he was actually listening or if he was frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
And I'm still here. I'm just trying to get ready.
I'll let you know, Nick. They used to move,
wait, it's coming back. No, keep going though. As he's loading, you were saying?
So they used to move one farmer's cows over to another farm. So it looked like the farmer had less than what he had. And then once the military went through and did their count and took what they needed, the other farmer would bring the other farmer's animals right back home to their farm. And the mob helped do that. And it kept people's heads afloat. So they just didn't do bad things. They were about running the politics, because a lot of the politics at the time were also running the town into the ground.
Right.
And they used to pay $5 bills for people outside of the stores to be able to go vote for who they wanted. And $5 back then was like $100 to us now. It's interesting. It's interesting.
It is.
I know so much history behind Chicago since my family was there from the beginning. And the start and the build of Chicago to, up until now. I still have family up in Crystal Lake in Chicago. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. So the mob history, I have if you know anything about the mob, I actually have videos of Katie Lynn Bush. I have the Lynch family. All of those people, they attended my great-grandfather's wedding and my grandmother's wedding. They're maid of honors and groomsmen and relatives and things like that. So.
Oh, and we just lost Len again.
But yeah, I have that all on 8mm film.
That's awesome, though.
So just a little side note, if you want to know anything about, Chicago history that I can't quite, say on air. Give me a call sometime, Nick. I'll send you some video. I'll let you know what happened behind the scenes, okay? I'll let you know how the rats were handled.
Definitely. All right, we got you back, Len.
Is it working?
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Have some fun. Look up the ownership of Exotic Motors.
Okay. What? Wait, why?
It's a used car lot, but it's inside. They got a big out of Chicago.
Okay.
About the cheapest car they have is about $50,000, and it's an older vehicle. Most of the cars they have are 100,000 plus.
Is this?
And like I said, they keep them all inside. They've got some that are $350,000 range, $400,000 range.
Is this in Rolling Meadows? Because that's what came up as I was searching for it.
Yeah, I believe that's in Rolling Meadows.
Okay.
It is owned by the mob.
Really?
That's where I bought my car.
That's owned by the mob? Seriously?
Yes.
Wow. Check
So
that
I
out.
investigated a lot of the mob spirits when I was in Chicago, and ended up buying my Magnum from the mob.
It's just meant to be.
Nope.
I never even knew that.
And for those of those who don't know me, I got a 2006 Dodge Magnum SRT8, which is an exotic car. There was only about 4,800 of them made over about 4 years. With the big 6.1 Hemi in them. And 2006 was the only one without a was given one as a birthday present, and he probably killed himself with it as he wrapped it around a tree. Because those cars are capable on straight line of 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
And this is the wife's. Yeah, this is the wife's standard grocery getter. I mean, we went and bought groceries in it today. Yeah, we got about a 4.5 mile run with traffic going to the highway, going into town, and we use it as our private racetrack. We're on a 2-lane country road that was paved, and I put that in quotation marks, paved, just a few years back. And like I said, we use it as our personal racetrack. We're sitting there. She's doing 60 and 65, and clocking 80 and 85 on this little 2-lane highway, little back road, really.
Man. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on that kind of road with that situation. That's for sure.
No.
I'm down. Let's go. I love drag racing. You're speaking my language, you know.
Look, I'm about
I'll
to say
be a
that's
passenger. I'll drive. I mean, whatever you want. I'll be ready to die, you know, in that situation.
that's
Up
my
in-
husband. My husband, he bought his Z and he loves drifting and all that. And
Yeah, well, I have not been in any type of drag racing before, as far as I can remember.
Oh, Nick, come with me and let's just go through rush hour traffic together. Okay?
Nick, do you like your life?
I
Don't.
have a turbo. I drive a dually. I have a turbo Hemi. Let's go.
I don't know
Everybody
if I
does-
want to.
Everybody is look at that Dodge. Oh, look, it's just a dually. It can't do anything. Oh, baby, no, my truck can outdo the best of cars. Let me tell you. And I'm a grandma. Eat my exhaust. I roll coal. Sorry, Len. Saying I race people on the highway, you know, in the dually. Everybody looks at it and goes, "Oh, it's just a dually. It's a turbo Hemi."
okay,
More than that. It's a
I'm
dually.
going to change subject for 2 seconds. So I'm doing like Adrian. I just got home, so I'm eating leftovers. So my husband asked me, do I want mashed potatoes? I said, sure. So I handed him my plate. That's as much mashed potatoes as he gave me.
That's mashed potatoes. You didn't give him a measuring cup.
I'm so loved around here. Len, we are very laid back. Oh, we lost him again.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
said,
we lost him again.
we are so laid back. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Where'd Jan go?
Oh, between everybody coming back here,
Oh, yeah, we lost
I do
him
want to
again.
say, whoever's coming to our hunt in Colorado, we got to have the money in by the 15th to save our spot.
In April?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got you back, Len. I think we do.
Yeah.
He looks
All
relevant. Okay.
Nick,
There you go.
yeah, I see me.
I see you.
Did I ever tell you that Bachelor's Grove Cemetery spent the entire
Bachelor's Grove Cemetery.
night in Bachelor's Grove Cemetery?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the wife dropped me off at 5 o'clock in the afternoon at the cemetery and picked me back up at 8 o'clock the next morning.
Oh, no.
I don't remember that. I don't
she
remember that story.
So she does not investigate with you.
Yeah, I was in the Bachelor's Grove Cemetery.
Mm.
No, just my back sometimes. But I was in Bachelor's Grove by myself for what 12, 13, 15 hours with no transportation, no way home. No cell phone.
What?
And alone.
Is this like Man versus Wild?
Yes, and I was in full camo. I was in green and brown. Had the full grease paint on my face, the back of my hand. You could not see me. It was a totally moonless night. The crescent moon was going down right at sunset, and an hour after sunset, there was absolutely no moon at all. So there was no moonlight. You couldn't really see your hand in front of your face.
No.
Now, was this
And
planned?
and there I was in the middle of that place. Do what?
Was it planned on you to be there that long?
He's frozen again. Yeah. Oh wait, no, he's moving.
I heard somebody say something about that long, but I did not catch the rest of the question.
Was it planned on you to be there that long?
Yes.
Okay.
It was planned on me to be there all night. You see, you can't go into the forest preserve after dusk.
Right.
But the cemetery itself is not part of the forest preserve. So my goal was to get into the cemetery before dusk and remain there until after sunrise. So I was not violating the laws of the forest preserve. And of course, you're not supposed to go into a cemetery in the state of Illinois after dark. But the question is Bachelor's Grove really under that law being a cemetery?
And we just lost him.
Oh, but our cemeteries here, very few of them, unless they're like historical cemeteries, you can go in them whenever.
See, the reason why it's closed after dark for us is, we just lost. Oh, wait, no, he's trying to come back in. Well, while we're waiting for him, no, the reason why that they close it after dark, in this case with Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, it's one of the most notorious haunted cemeteries, not only just in Chicago and the entire state of Illinois, it's basically throughout the country, but also furthermore, because of its notoriety, it's also one of the most heavily vandalized cemeteries.
Gotcha.
So as a result, once it hits dusk, you cannot be there afterwards.
Our cemeteries are like that here in New Mexico, and these cemeteries shut down at dusk. It's all locked down. You're not supposed to be in there unless you have special permission, or it's part of the tribe, or it's historic or something. You're not there.
Right.
Yeah, I was really surprised here in Colorado. They have no gates, no nothing. We went in a couple of them.
Hey,
yeah,
Jen.
we're losing Len again.
There's some like in Natchez. The Natchez City Cemetery is gated and it closes I think at 5.
Yeah, there are some cemeteries. There are some that close early.
I told my husband, I said,
whoa, what the hell's going on here? We got 2 Lens here. What the hell's going on here?
Uh-oh.
Len, we got 2 of you. Who's the other Len?
Sean, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yes, it is. That,
Oh, I didn't do that.
Actually,
It was.
Sean, no, it's not where Resurrection Mary is. That's Resurrection Cemetery, but that's in the nearby town of Justice, Illinois, which is just
Justice.
outside Chicago. There we go. Now that's gone. Yeah, but that's a separate cemetery, but still in the Chicago area.
Yes.
All right, you
that
guys.
is where Richard Crowe is buried,
Yep.
by the way.
Yeah, Richard Crowe.
Of course, people they're all paranormal in Chicago. He trained everybody, and worked sometimes had the honor of that. I was in the Westerners, basically a Western society where we celebrated the Western living in ways.
What was that you were saying about Richard Crowe? 'Cause
And-
you cracked up there for.
So I got to
for-
spend as much time with Crowe. Okay, I was in the Westerners with Richard Crowe, which is a Western society. You talk Western.
And we just lost him again.
Any of you tried to see her, Resurrection Mary?
She's talking about, he's talking about Resurrection Mary.
I don't know that story. I'm from the other part of the country.
If you look at put it this way. Oh, geez, we got yet another. Okay, now that other one's gone. I'll put it this way. If you've heard of the vanishing hitchhiker stories, Adrian, they're you hear them all over the country. They're all over the country, if not even other parts of the world. But Resurrection Mary, however, it is basically the most notorious of them all. It's been you cannot think of vanishing hitchhikers without Resurrection Mary.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Right. And of course, Melody Lounge was, of course, across the street from the cemetery. It's where she supposedly, Resurrection Mary, was in a cab and stopped by that bar. They always leave a Bloody Mary drink at the bar for her. It's also where the wake for Richard after Richard Crowe's funeral was at Melody Lounge right across the street, and that was a party. I was pretty well goofy at that one, and I was a speaker at his wake.
Yeah, that was. I remember. Yeah, if you guys didn't, Adrian and Eileen, if you guys didn't know who Richard Crowe was, he was another paranormal investigator that basically ran a lot of the paranormal events in Chicago. Sadly, he passed away back in 2012. He wasn't even that old. He was Len? He was in his 60s, I think. I don't even think he was that old, but I was supposed to go to the funeral that day, but I wasn't able to. To this day, I still regret that I could have gone, but he was very well respected with a lot of the investigators throughout Chicago.
Well, he did a lot of tours. He rented a great big tour bus, and every tour visitors to Chicago lined up to get on his tour bus for haunted tours.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I was just thinking, Len, your internet is actually probably worse right now because it's tomorrow being Good Friday. Kids are out of school and they're all gaming.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, please tell me that.
You're probably right. You're probably right. People are talking on their cell phone because it's all manner that goes through cell phone towers just like a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to get a probably in a few months. I'll be getting a better antenna here that works through two different systems. But it's going to be another couple months before I get it. Hopefully, by summertime, I'm going to have a different where the crowd doing the gaming, as you're saying, won't bother me quite so much, and I'll have a better connection. I know I'm getting a pretty good connection right now, so it's starting to improve. I guess if people are going to bed or whatever they're doing.
Maybe they got date night tonight.
What's that?
Hey, that'd be nice. Of course, here in Star City, there's not a whole lot of places to go. We have a Sonic, a drive-through, and a McDonald's, and that's about it.
Best place to retire like that.
Yeah, it is. Nick,
Oh, yeah.
I sent you a picture.
I was just looking at it.
That was on a show. I was watching HBO Max and just watching it just because I work at home and I got the TV on between calls. And I'm looking at this. That's what I said, Jennifer.
What is this
I'm
thing
looking
that
at
you
this
speak
thing
of?
and they're talking about it's a show called Something's Wrong with Aunt Diane. And I'm watching this thing, I get off a call and look up. Nobody mentioned that right there. That was taken from a bystander. 8 people died in that crash.
Oh.
And one little boy survived. One little boy. And the whole idea of the documentary was that they don't know what's wrong with her. They found alcohol in her system, marijuana in her system, but she didn't drink. So they didn't know what had happened. And they're still trying to do tests and all kinds of stuff. But ultimately, it was in her system. And she was going the wrong way down a highway and killed her kids and her nieces. But to see that, a bystander took that and they didn't even mention what was going on there. I mean, that's the first thing I saw.
Share the photo.
Yeah, hold on a second.
It's just like really weird. I mean, I know they're putting the fire out. I know it's smoke, and I know smoke causes all kinds of pareidolia, but that nobody even mentioned it and said, oh, well, it was this or, nothing. They're just like, oh, yeah, this is the. Does nobody else see this? Maybe we're just taught to look at it, but that was like right there in your face.
Right. Damn it, hang on a second. I'm trying to get the picture up right now, but damn Facebook, it logged me out.
Oh, I had paused the TV and took a picture of the TV, so it's got like little lines in it, but that was just so weird. Anthony Lewis blaming solar flares. Well,
that's what I just shared that.
Stuff in the sky.
Yep. All right, let's see if this works. All right, we're in. So I'm getting the picture up. Come on. Okay, here we go. Oh, thought we were. All right, so this was the photo that Adrian had sent me. This is quite an interesting photo. Check this out.
Like, how do you not notice that? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, really.
Oh, wow.
And they just bypass that. It's just like right there. They're talking, and I'm like, hello? Does nobody else see this?
It's like you could see clear, like 2 clear giant eyes.
Yeah. And it looks like a hood of a Grim Reaper. I mean, obviously.
That's what I was thinking. And it looks like here, like there's someone like that bit of a cloak, or you know what? Actually, you know what? When I'm actually seeing more, just the shape, especially in this actually looks kind of resembles a wing. Like, I mean, it is known also as the angel of death, so almost looks like that of a wing.
Uh-huh. And I was like, and nobody mentioned it. They were just like, oh, this is the pictures that the bystanders took while they were putting the planes out. I'm like, hey, and it was up for quite a while. I'm like,
that is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when did this happen?
It was like, I want to say it was 2015.
Oh, okay, so a while back.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a documentary I happened to see on HBO Max.
Look, my chicken didn't fill me up, so go to Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
We just lost Len again.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Okay.
All right, we're left with 2 Lens again. Sean, Jan had to leave early for I'll say personal reasons, but she wasn't able to stay on any longer, so she had to leave early for the show.
Oh, okay.
It's like an arrow pointing down.
No, it's just weird.
Indeed, yeah, that's really bizarre.
Now, Lynn, were you able to see the picture, or were you frozen during that time, or coming on yet?
I could hear what y'all were saying. I could not see the picture. It never downloaded.
Here, hold on. I'll share it for you again.
It looks a little like the picture behind you on your left.
You know what? I didn't even think it that way. It kind of does look like a classic ghost almost. Yeah. Yeah, here you go, Len. Is he still there, or because I can't see when I'm?
Yeah, I see him moving. You're gonna have to blink every now and then. Lynn does not blink. I figured that out.
Okay, for whatever reason, that picture is not appearing on my screen. Everybody's pushed off to the side like it should be to show a picture or a video, but the picture is just not appearing. Apparently, it's just a little bit too much for my internet connection to handle right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I've never heard of that issue before. I mean, I know some people can't always see everything, but I didn't realize you can't see on your side.
It's just not loading. That's all.
Right.
It's trying, but it's just not downloading. I'm watching a little circle go around now, like it's trying. It just won't do it. Won't quite get there.
Nick, can you send it to him?
Yeah, I could send it to him.
Looks like he also still has a delay too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and his screen just went black again.
And that is why I do not live in the country.
Hey, I live in the suburbs, so I don't live out of the country either. And we just lost him.
I'm sorry, I'm like chowing down.
No,
like, I'm pulling an Adrian tonight.
Hey, I work 10 hours upstairs. I come down for a snack, go back up. Come down and then it's dinner time.
Ernie's here. What's up, Ernie?
That's what I said. Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like a classic, like Halloween ghost.
Yes.
Well, that's the best thing about Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Adrian. It's kind of cereal and snack.
So now I think I'm getting to understand this while we're waiting for Len. So for Adrian, it's about the gummy bears, and now for Eileen, it's about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Mm-hmm. You had me at Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I just haven't decided what it's going to be for me yet.
Actually, let me tell y'all what I'm getting for Denise. So Denise is going to come down here, and we're going to pick her up a monkey while she's down here to take back home.
A monkey?
Isn't that right, Ernie?
It better be stuff.
Well, see, I'm over here being all healthy and shit eating strawberries. Well, I forgot to point out. I forgot to mention for him that's the biscuits and gravy, but I guess now it's strawberries. All right, we got you back. I don't know what Ernie means by no.
About the monkey.
Oh, about the monkey.
We already have hairless guinea pigs?
They have hairless guinea pigs? That actually is a thing?
They did.
No. So monkeys throw poop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're going to train to only throw poop at Ernie.
Oh my. Okay.
Len, I sent you the picture by messenger, so you should be able to see it now.
Mm-mm. Oh.
Harry and Shaggy. Neither one has
Okay,
hair.
yeah, see, yeah. You
That's
still
quite
have
an
them, right?
Those are quite interesting names for guinea pigs that don't have hair.
They were so cute. They showed pictures of them when they first got them. They were wearing clothes.
Do they still wear clothes? I never saw them, and we just lost Len. Oh, yep, no, he's completely gone.
That connection is not good.
It's not good at all. I've honestly kind of lost count how many times it's been happening.
Well, I was gonna say we really need to make sure we get them back on one night when the kids are going to be asleep early.
Yeah.
When does that happen?
They're getting too fat for their clothes.
I believe that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Blink, can you hear us? Blink.
You good over there, Len?
Oh, well, I got a yes. I'd like to say hello to Ernie Pack.
Don't say hello to Ernie Pack.
He's a good guy.
No.
Moving in the background so you know when his video's working. Hi, baby. Hi. What you doing?
Ernie's mean to me, Len.
Oh, God. Hi.
Ernie's mean to me.
Come on.
I hope he heard that.
I saw him blink.
Babies.
Did you hear me, Len? Oh, nope. There you
Oh.
is. Were you able to hear me? I said, Ernie's
I can hear you now.
Ernie is mean to me. We do not say hello to Ernie.
Oh. Do you mind?
Eileen, you're muted. We can't hear you now.
You froze at the funniest moment.
Yeah.
Connection. I've had Brian.
Yeah, you're really freezing. It's literally like compressed. Like it's stalling.
Come on. Oh. Such a good girl.
Can you hear us, or
I can see me, but I can't see y'all.
you can't see us?
So that means you're still buffering.
This is
What are you doing?
yeah. That's what y'all are doing on my end.
But you can hear us though, right?
Just keep blinking. We can see you.
Jeremy's moving here.
Stop.
Hold on, let me
Maybe I
try to
should
see if
put
I
these posts on or something, have it jump up and down during the show.
Well, let me take you out for a second, and I'll bring you right back in. Hang on. I don't think it's going to do anything, but it's just worth a try.
Maybe a flickering candle in the foreground or something.
Okay, yeah, we heard you say something, but we couldn't hear that.
Have no idea if y'all can hear anything I'm saying.
Now we can.
We
So
can hear
Nick still
some
got
of
a
it.
circle. Nick still got a circle going on, and Adrian and is still frozen on my end.
Yeah, Sean, this one's tried to give me a kiss bath, and I'm not having it. Now I have fur. That little wench the other day, I'm going to tell you what, she's in quarantine because she got out of the fence and bit a kid out in the park. So, as sweet as she looks, she's not.
Hey, Ernie, if you're still on, check your messenger.
Uh-oh. Ernie, don't check your messenger.
For someone you don't talk to.
Yep. See, Jeremy's on my side. Any luck there, Len? Can
He's
you see us
blinking.
well, no, we can see him, but he says he can't see us.
That's
Wait.
okay, as long as he's on. It's good.
Wait,
He can hear us.
Does that mean that maybe he doesn't want to see us?
If I was him, I would. That would be a possibility.
I think he's now. I think he's frozen again.
So yeah, I turn this way. You can tell moving.
There we go.
What did he say? I didn't even hear that.
It's still moving.
Oh, it's moving. Okay.
For a split second, everything worked. We had a good connection, but it only lasted about 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah. That's about the way it goes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What do we got?
Evil stare.
Who's
Okay.
doing an evil stare?
I don't know who Sean's referring to, but okay. It's not me, obviously.
No, we can't see you, even if you were staring behind all that. What was the last one before?
Oh, by the
that?
way, Nick, your photo finally loaded in my messenger.
Oh, you finally got it. It's okay.
That might have been what was going on. Is the photo might have been slowing it down.
Hey, you got me. I'm terrible. I made him freeze, damn it. I
Oh,
need to get a booster for the connection.
yeah, that's what he was saying, Jeremy. He's getting a whole new system.
Well, it's not my end. Is go to all the cell phone towers, and the cell phone towers are busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, Nick, I got your photo in my messenger. I don't usually look at pictures in my messenger because usually it's a dick pic.
You know, I have a solution for that when they do that. I have one saved that's huge, disgusting, and I send it back and say, "Want to see mine?" It usually is.
Oh my God. Yep. I no comment. I'm not touching that one.
We got to do something.
I'm good.
Why is it that guys think it's okay to send those? I don't get that.
Because there's women that think it's okay to receive those and send some nasty ones back.
You know.
Of course,
Word to the wise
on
out
my
there,
on my
guys.
Facebook page, I try not to have any friends named Richard.
Name who?
Why do you not have any friends named Richard? You don't have any friends on Facebook named Richard. Exactly, because if
Not
they
that I
send you a
can think
photo,
of.
it's a dick pic.
I'm surprised he's not. Oh, and he
Okay,
just lost.
now this is what's funny. He was able to say all that, and right after he did it, he froze. Or he did that. It's like, I think Facebook is conspiring against him.
I think so too. I don't know how we got into that conversation about a dick pic. Jeez.
Who knows
Oh,
how
no.
we get in any of our conversations? Oh, we got two of them again.
All right, we got two dick. Oh
Oh my God, you said that? Okay. All right.
two.
Okay. Since when do we call our guests names?
I meant to read two words.
I almost choked on that one. No pun intended.
Oh my God. Shut up, Jeremy.
Oh.
I think that just made my night.
He's got eggs on his head, not
Yeah.
not that. Well, I don't know. I guess it could be part of that. I don't know.
It's Easter eggs I got here. It's supposed to be completely innocent.
You are on a show with me. There is nothing innocent. Well, yeah, good. No, you're far from innocent.
Yeah. Excuse me.
You're the one that said it, Nick.
I did not have that intention to be. I'm not lying to you guys.
Uh-huh.
All righty then. Moving on.
It's a good thing Brad's not here. He'll be sending you dick pics instead of cockroach pics.
Yeah, if he sends that kind of stuff and I get a photo that says attachment 1 on it, I'm not opening it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Jeremy, damn it.
Nick pics.
Nick pics. Oh God, now that's a new name.
That can be construed just as badly.
Yeah. It may actually even go worse.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we got you back.
Yeah, you're so glad you went out when you did.
Yeah, good thing you.
Yeah.
He called you a dick.
Shut up. Shut up.
We'll be sending Nick Nick pics of Pickle Nickel. Sure.
He did.
Say that 5 times fast.
Ask anyone in the chat. He called you a dick pic.
No.
We got dick. Oh.
Yeah, he caught himself first. We know what he had on his mind, what he sent today.
I gotta mute the damn mic for a second.
And look, as soon as we got through saying it, Len went back out. And look at Nick.
That's almost as good as there was a show not long ago that happened.
So Rich was waiting for the rabbit hole to happen. Look at Nick.
It usually does.
Oh my God.
Nick, we can't take you anywhere. Us innocent people cannot take you anywhere.
I'm innocent here.
I think everybody in the chat is like disagreeing with you.
I have the innocent here. I'm an innocent person here, okay? I have a wife and 3 girlfriends.
So how many do you send the dick pics to?
All 4.
Adrian had to count that one.
Nick muting himself. It's been happening way too long.
Because, damn it, so much has been going on. It's making me laugh so hard until proven guilty.
You did that one. You
All right,
did
back. All righty, let's try this again.
Please come back, Len. Please come back.
Oh my God. I don't even know where to start now. What the hell were we
Not
talking
where
about?
you left off.
We don't want to talk about what we were talking about.
No, before that too.
I think we were talking about the paranormal sometime or another. I don't remember when, but I think we started there.
Oh no, it was when I sent you the picture that Adrian sent me.
We won't talk about pictures.
Forget the rabbit. That shovel has reached out into the distance.
Oh yeah, he's digging his own grave quickly.
So, Len, is it just you with your paranormal team? Change subject.
Yes, please.
Oh man, we get them on
no.
those bad subjects, not the good ones.
I think Facebook is actually messing this up. I think they want to hear about that other subject instead of the right subject.
What other subject would that be, Nick?
I'm not answering that one. Did you hear the desperation of that, please? I didn't.
Ernie, you've missed it.
Oh, Ernie, yeah, you kind of you missed quite an event.
But you did see my message.
Yeah, see, Ernie, Nick has resorted to calling our guests a dick.
It is on. It's recorded.
It was an accident. It was an accident, damn it. Yes, sweet Eileen.
Ernie, did
I
you
didn't
take
call
a
our
drink
guest a
while
dick.
you were gone?
I did not call our guest a dick.
Yeah, but did you send something like that to Ernie? That's what I wonder, because he said this message.
If I send Ernie a dick pic, then I need to go back to my doctor and get a lot of refunds. Okay.
Well, I'm in trouble.
See,
I'm in big trouble from this
She
point
can be
on.
nice, really?
We tried to change the subject, Sean. Facebook took him away right when I was trying to change it. And then Ernie came in and we had to catch Ernie up.
The evidence is on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, on LinkedIn. God damn it.
Yeah. Now Brad can do that on a little loop there instead of what he does with me.
Oh, damn it. You got two lens this time. Ernie said he'll help.
I didn't know I had a twin.
Yeah, you keep
God
having
help
this
the world
showing
if I had
up.
an identical twin.
Orbs are not ghosts.
He's trying to do a subject change.
He's trying to.
Ernie Pack says orbs are not ghosts.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Ernie. Ernie is a curse word.
You just did talk about him.
Yeah, but I don't mind cussing.
What right question was Sean asking? Oh, was it this?
No, he was saying I didn't ask the right question because I said I tried to change the subject, but as soon as I did, it took him back off.
All right.
Because my question was, are you by yourself on your paranormal team? Or whatever you call it, if it's a team or what.
If you're talking to me, I heard, are you by yourself or with a team or something like that? I'm quite a bit by myself down here. I have no team. I'm in the middle of the Bible Belt there. And even though I actually, one of my first investigations in Arkansas was of the local courthouse. Star City is the county seat in Lincoln County. I became known as a paranormal investigator, but nobody wants to investigate with me. One person I talked to actually wanted me to pay him to investigate with me. No, I'm not hiring people.
You can come to
No.
Mississippi.
So no,
I'll investigate with you in Mississippi.
So I am quite a bit in here. I've served people in Mississippi, and there's scattered investigations There's a West Arkansas over, but glacier in that's not practical to call themselves, a member of their team or whatever. Mississippi is a little bit far, so I'm kind of stuck by myself. I did an investigation a couple of years ago of some battlefields here locally. The wife at least was there to sit in the car and watch my back, watch my equipment while I was investigating, and that got some interesting vibes there and some voices on my Echo Box. They got a family cemetery there on the battlefield.
Oh, wow.
There has been instances of specifically a child seeing ghosts, their own relatives walking around the cemetery.
Wow.
Nick, just ignore Nick.
Yeah, ignore me. Ignore the hell out of me. We'll talk later.
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh,
We're talking and we lose him again. Nick, what's so funny?
God damn it, Eileen. Is this the same thing that you said, Ernie? Please tell me.
No, it's not the same. Okay, just so everybody know, I told Ernie I love you. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Ernie, if you're still here, vouch for me. And remember, I've got it on Messenger.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I don't know, guys, because
See.
yeah, no, I don't see nothing. So I've noticed Facebook, like Jeremy said, he's having to refresh to even see comments. I'm wondering if part of this isn't Facebook, because I noticed some freezing up a little bit earlier too on everybody.
Well, I was driving, so I knew I was freezing up. I went through a area that I normally drop calls.
Yeah, no, this was like here just a few minutes ago. I think we're having some Facebook issues, not just it's on top of his issues.
Right. It might be coming from one of the other destinations.
Could be.
But as long as you're still living in this house, I have.
Eileen,
Hey, you might want to mute Adrian.
why?
No, that's entertaining.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, shit.
Well, then, Ernie, why don't we all have blue check marks? I mean,
What are
aren't you
blue
famous?
What are blue check marks?
For when you're an actor, when you're famous, you get blue check marks to verify it's you. And
Never
Ernie's
heard
so
of
famous.
I'm just gonna say this, Eileen, after what you said. Oh God, what did you send now?
No, it's the same thing. I
Oh,
just
it's
said.
the same. I'm never. Thanks to you, I'm never gonna look at that name the same way ever again. So thank you for that. Oh my God.
But yeah, I just said that same thing. And did you see the in the quotes of what they?
Yeah.
So now we know what guys do when it's cold. Okay.
No, that's what Eileen sent me. That's what made me laugh the hell out of myself. So put that on Eileen.
Hey, as long as it works, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, and now I'm not going to look at that name the same way ever again. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I thought I've seen worse.
So
You haven't been around me. Yeah, you have not seen one.
As I was saying.
here we go.
All right, you're back, Len.
I'm back.
You're
And
back.
sound better too.
This is absolutely insane. I talked to the wife, and she said she had never seen the internet connection so slow as it is with her laptop. I think anytime.
Are you on a laptop?
I've tried. I've actually reset it, and I'm on a laptop.
I wonder if a cell phone would get you better signal.
Yeah, can you try it on your phone, maybe? He's completely frozen. Yep, and we just lost him again.
Okay, so why? I don't know what the whole deal is here with orbs or dust bugs and
He's
moisture.
trying to change the subject.
Nobody's wanting to touch that one. Why?
That's Ernie saying all that.
He's trying to change the subject, and
Denise is having.
Yeah, it is. There's something.
Yeah.
Last week I was having so much problems, even at work, and my computers have been acting so weird.
Except pictures of Slimer as an orb picture. Oh my gosh. Well, I see orbs in my camera every single night because anytime somebody walks, 3 stories, you're gonna get some dust moving.
See, I am smart, Ernie.
You actually get it.
See, Len, this is what I was saying. Ernie's mean to me. We don't talk to Ernie.
I'm kind of going along with who said that? Ernie Pack there. That I think my issue is atmospheric because with cable you don't have this kind of issue because you're not in the atmosphere. But going through cell towers like my signal does, with the air here like it is all disturbed because of the weather we've been having, I'm assuming that's the issue, and plus a lot of overcrowding. Tomorrow being Good Friday, there's probably people catching up on their porn, people games, and the cell towers are overloaded.
Yeah, I think
Easter is just overloading.
I think Easter has a lot to do with it because so many more people, types are sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah, this has got to get better on my end by 10 o'clock Central, or I don't have to just say that my show's not worth doing because it's one thing me being here and there being 3 or 4 other people in the room with me. It's another thing when it's just me and one other person. I'm the host, and I can only get out a sentence, and then I'm kicked off. That just will not work. So I'm hoping to get better before it's time to do my show. We got about 90 minutes before my show's supposed to start, and right now I'm just not sure at all if I'll even try it.
Just let me know
because I'm just getting booted out about it. I'm just getting booted out about every 30 or 40 seconds here. Well, let's just see how it goes for the next 30, 40 minutes or whatever.
This is the longest you've been on now.
Yeah, you've been on for a minute.
Oh,
it has been. Until now.
You jinxed it.
I did.
So, how about that message, Eileen?
I've already seen that one, so
Yeah. It's similar, but it has a different meaning to it.
Did you come get that back?
All right, we got two.
I wanted to write in it, but I never had the chance.
Got Junior Twin back again, Len.
Oh, really? Again? Maybe it's a good me and an evil me.
Maybe there is.
The good
Maybe
man
I
wants
do
to
want
talk
to do it.
paranormal. Huh?
Yeah, the other one wants to talk about other pictures.
Oh. Let's see. Unless an orb is
Okay.
emitting light, dismiss
I keep thinking this. I keep thinking it's stabilized, but every time I start thinking that, I get kicked right back out of the room.
Or we ask a legit
This
question.
is huh.
If we ask a legit question, you're gone.
Or mentioning about if how long you've been on for.
Yeah, that did it. I'm not saying it this time. Unless the orb's emitting light, I just
Nick, would you believe my show has been on for over a year now?
Oh, I believe it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've lost track of how many guests I've had. I hadn't had too many repeaters, but it gets more fun. It'd be a lot more fun if I have a better connection. Hopefully, I will in a couple of months.
Well, go
Figure
ahead
some
and
other
tell
stuff
people.
out. Get
Yes, coming up to a year and 3 weeks.
Go ahead and do what?
Go ahead and tell people what about your show real quick while we've got you a good signal. Where they can find you, just in case.
Okay. Yeah. The best place to catch the show is 11 o'clock live. Is of course 11 10 o'clock Central. 9 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock West Coast. Best place to see it because it's posted live on my Facebook page, which I have set up, which is Southern Fried page, which is SEARK PS. My name Len Dorman. The CRK PS Len Dorman. Page. And of course, you pick it up on my network, WLFEDB Radio, also on Facebook. That they've recently changed to where instead of posting on their YouTube channel for WLFE, it goes to the Facebook channel, WLFE Radio. And of course, that's also forwarded to most of your favorite podcast networks. So, if you go to the podcast networks, a lot of times I'm on. And Ernie Pack is absolutely correct. Southern Fried Paranormal podcast page is where you look it up on Facebook.
And he was the
best
worst
place to
guest.
look it up. The audio and video is better on YouTube, which is the CRK, SEARKPS, Len Dorman. Yeah, Ernie Pack was a great guest. That was back in the middle of his little bit of interesting drama with Waverly Hills, and he gave some quite a bit of information before that was all resolved. And since Ernie's listening in, I will say congratulations on that area of the drama, in the court case and Waverly Hills. So I'm happy for Waverly Place. It needs to remain open for paranormal investigation. It is hotspot paranormally, and it needs to be well and respected. Ernie Pack will fit that way.
Right.
So congratulations to him.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna say congratulations, Denise, and yeah, I can't say congratulations to Ernie. Okay, Lynn, you don't know. We have a love-hate relationship, okay? I love to hate him.
Okay.
Well, I gotta ask
Okay.
you. I mean, so when you do your show, is that every Thursday night at 10 o'clock Eastern, right? Wait, did he say Eastern or
Eastern, 11 o'clock Eastern.
10 o'clock Central.
oh, so 10 o'clock
10
Central,
o'clock
11
Central.
o'clock Eastern? Okay, yeah.
11
So
o'clock
do you do
Eastern,
that
10 o'clock Central.
Is that every
Yeah,
Thursday? That's every Thursday night?
I do it every Thursday night unless something happens.
Okay.
That's every Thursday night unless
Unless there's bad signal.
No, I had another question to ask him about, but I'll message him later about it. Okay, and we just lost him completely. Or wait, maybe Ernie's response to Eileen.
For those that don't know, I really do love Ernie, and he knows it, and he really loves me. So, but Todd loves me more. So,
Oh man, no comment. It's a love-hate relationship.
love to hate.
Hey, Eileen, did you get my next picture? Picture of that?
Yeah.
I went to that same website. I just decided to type it out. Thinking, oh God, I got to send this to her.
We started looking all that stuff up because of some things that happened here in town. So it made us start looking up some things, and we found
like
all that.
elephants.
Yeah. Y'all be careful when you Google what elephant means.
Yeah, I'm never gonna. Thanks to you, I should have been careful. But also, I sent you something involving Gorilla Glue, and hopefully, I've changed your aspect on it. All right, now we got Len back.
Just one.
Just one, yeah. This one this time.
You said Gorilla Tape and super glue or something? Gorilla glue and duct tape or something?
Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sounds like my sex life.
Well, it kind of did when you look it up in a certain dictionary.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
You need to send it to him.
Oh,
not now. Wait till after, so he doesn't lose.
Yeah, after the show. Yeah, you'll understand then. I don't even know what to say about that, to be honest. I'm speechless. Oh man.
Oh, he froze. Nope, there he goes.
No,
there he goes.
Actually, that was my sex life with an ex-girlfriend. But what can I say? She was Italian.
What? Well, hey, I'm part Italian too, so well, I don't know if I want it. No, you know what? Forget it. I'm not touching that
keep
one.
digging that hole there, Nick.
No,
keep
I'm
digging
not
that hole.
I'm not touching that one. Okay, so now what I was gonna ask you, Len, originally before we lost you again, is reason why I asked for like what time you do your show at is we actually do have a spot on Things Network. If you're ever looking to extend your broadcast and doing your show, would you be interested in joining Things Network as an expansion?
It's something I would have to discuss with WLFE. He may have, may not appreciate me going, even one way or the other with another, associated with another network. I can appear on other shows like I am now, but as far as hosting a show, I don't think Ted would allow that. It'd be something I would have to discuss with him.
Right.
And right now he's having a little bit of a hard time, and he doesn't. Ted very seldom speaks to me because it's just not necessary. He pretty well knew what I like, what I like.
Right. Yeah, I know who Teddy is, actually. Now you brought him up. I know exactly who that is.
Yeah, I get the guests I want to have. I interview them the way I want to interview them. If we want to do an hour show, that's fine with it. If I do a 4-hour show, like I did a 3.5-hour show just a couple ago, the guests got talking, I got to talking, and with next thing you know, 3.5 hours by. On Halloween, I did a 13-hour broadcast by myself. Showed a lot of video, but I was on for 13 or 14 hours. Yes, on Halloween.
Yeah, no, I'll be asleep by then.
All night.
You know what? That is something that
I went all night long and did it outside instead of doing it here in the studio. I moved the studio outside to by my carport, and you had the crickets and the frogs and everything else going on, and you could hear that easily over the broadcast when I wasn't talking.
Oh wow!
Jeez.
It was an interesting way to do a podcast, being just outside in nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know who would basically love that kind of show? Just think about it, Adrian and Eileen, is Brad, of course, because he's always asking to boot up our show to like 6 hours. That's a show for Brad Webb to watch. 13-hour show.
We did one time where I was in Macomb, so I had to do it in the office because I had to go to the model apartment, and so I did it in the office. We were in there so long that I got sick of being the model. I went back in the office. I went back to the model, stayed on it for a little bit longer. Before I knew it, I was taking my makeup off because I had to wait get up the next day to go to work. So I'm taking makeup off every day. I'm like, y'all, we beyond the show now.
Yeah, that's why when Zach does his 22-hour podcast, I'm in bed. Good night.
Oh. I couldn't do that either.
Nope, I can't do that.
Well, see, being retired has advantages, and one of the advantages is don't have to go to work.
You can sleep in as late as you want. Well, see, we start talking serious again.
And I wasn't even looking this time. I didn't realize we lost him.
And by the way, yes, Denise, we know you're the brains of the entire marriage.
Oh my.
Gremlins.
I am staying out of all of that.
Yeah, me too. Oh my God. Okay, and Len's coming back once again.
Yep, I am back.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Just reading the post here. Yes, that was quick. It's coming back quicker and quicker. And I'm able to actually talk a little bit longer. So I don't know. Maybe we can try to do my show tonight, but we still got only an hour 15. And this has got to show some improvement before I try to just do a show with just two of us. Because it's one thing if I get booted out for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, the guest can just keep talking and pick up the slack. But it's another one when I'm booted out every 30, 40 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just sad. And like I said, this is the slowest internet that my wife and I have during this time. This is borderline ridiculous. And the guy who does our internet says if I go up to the upgraded system, this kind of stops because I'm actually feeding from here at the house. I'd be feeding up into 2 different systems, one in Memphis, one somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I forget where it is, but that the traffic becomes less of an issue with the new system. It's just that it's what of course a system that will cost me about $150 just to install, and about another $100, $120 more a month than this system cost. So that's just not something I'm ready for right now. Maybe July, August, then we can talk about this. I also want to upgrade in StreamYard so I can put it in, send it to different places. Right now, I've just got the lesser account where I can only send it to 3.
Yeah,
I don't know
let
if I'm
them
on here
take
by
care of it.
myself or not. I cannot hear a thing.
Nope. You're here. We're here. We're just actually listening while we can.
Okay. All right. By the way, did Nick tell you about the investigation he and I did together at Camp Douglas?
Oh my
Camp
God!
Douglas, for those of you.
Oh my God! I cannot. I remember that almost ended
Nick?
poorly. That was almost bad. That was just like I was scared to. I was like, what the hell?
Hi, Ernie.
Oh my God. Okay, take care, Ernie.
Love you.
Oh, that was just crazy at the end.
Okay, good night, Ernie. We'll talk to you again.
Oh my God! I can't
But
believe that
Camp
was already
Douglas
10
is
years ago.
Prison camp for the Union side. Yeah. And it was run for 4 years, but between 4,000 and 6,000 Confederates died there and are buried in a cemetery on the south end, Oakwood Cemetery, on the south side of Chicago, which is mostly a black cemetery, but they have between 4,000 and 6,000 Confederate soldiers buried in there in a mass grave, and ends up being about the 4th or 5th largest mass grave in North America. And it's right there in Chicago from that old Civil War prison camp.
It's like what I would consider like, and Len, I think you would agree, because like most people don't really seem to know about it. It's probably what I would consider Chicago's darkest secret, is this mass grave.
Yes. I was actually watching an old 1960-61 episode of Laramie, I believe. If your father would probably remember this, Nick, Paul would probably say, "Yeah, I remember Laramie." Was I don't know how much TV you were watching in 1960 and 1961. I know Eileen was all in 1961. You actually
I think he froze again.
They actually had fought for the Confederacy, and he was captured, and he did time at Camp Douglas, and so it was actually mentioned on the show Laramie in the very early '60s.
I'm gonna have to look some
Okay,
of this
now I'm
stuff
watching Adrian. Adrian's playing with her hair.
I'm trying to get it out of my face and behind me and everything else.
But anyway, some people know about Camp Douglas, some don't. But I've mentioned it to the group that Nick and I were in. By the way, the name of the group was Midnight Paranormal Society. It's now being used by a group in Texas. And I actually had one of the members of Midnight Paranormal Society on a couple of weeks ago. And, we didn't really talk about the name. That's all. But anyway.
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah. If you found out where Midnight Paranormal Society that name came from, it came from us. So that wasn't keep claiming that they're the originals. They're not.
Yes.
We were around. We came long before that group ever emerged, and they did that without our permission.
Oh,
But we gave away the copyright of the name when Frank canceled the corporation,
Copyright.
not for profit corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we gave it all away. So somebody was bound to use the name. There was no copyright. There was no, at the time we didn't really have any claim to it. We gave it all up. But anyway, when I first brought that up, that there was one of the largest mass graves to the group, everybody was in shock, and several people didn't believe me at all because they'd never heard of a Civil War prison camp right there in Chicago. And they called it 80 Acres of Hell. And what I did, I was supposedly working with another group. They said, oh, you can use our name, because I had to have a name. So I used somebody else's name. The shirts are right behind me. You can kind of see the name over either chart. And yeah, but anyway, I was able to use their name, but they never showed up to even help me with it. So the one-man operation, and I ran practically a paracon. Started that afternoon. We had an author of the book, and write this down too. To Die in Chicago, George Levy. I actually got the author of the book. He was an attorney in downtown Chicago. To come in a slide. It's about an hour-long slideshow. Former commandant for what happened to taking, and he said it was a little bit creepy because it's the first time he ever even thought about it. Never considered doing a slideshow and a presentation on his book from the site. And we were doing it 50 yards away from the where the headquarters of the camp was. So we had the slideshow. And then I was telling people that the reason it's named Camp Douglas is named after Stephen Douglas. Yes, that's Stephen Douglas. Stephen Douglas owned that and gave the property for the length of the war to the Union to use as a training camp for people drafting people out of Chicago. Well, they decided they needed a prison camp, so they made a prison camp of it too. So 80 acres was shared by prisoners and new trainees from Chicago, new draftees, fixing to go to war. But it was properly run. They intentionally gave us cut off their vegetables, gave them scurvy. It was kind of pathetic. They had a mule there that made people sit naked on splintered boards for punishment. During the winter, they would strip them naked and make them sit down on a foot and a half of snow sitting on the ground, and they couldn't stand up until the snow melted and their butts were on the actual ground.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
So there was but George Levy came out there and did an excellent presentation, took some questions, sold some books, sold all the books he had to the group that was there. Stephen Douglas's tomb is actually in Stephen Douglas Park. So I got people to walk from where our event was at close to the headquarters of Camp Douglas to go to Stephen Douglas his tomb. You can actually at that.
Oh, and his screen just went black again.
Uh-oh. He was on a lot longer this time, though.
Yeah, he was.
We only got like 4 minutes left, so.
I'm just hoping that he could tell about what happened later that night, that morning, because things actually got kind of ugly. All right, Eileen, what did you send me now?
Brad, I've been home. You've just been off.
I am not even saying this one. That is nope. God damn it, Eileen. You're messing all these definitions up for me.
Adrian, I think Nick needs some new headphones.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. All right. We got you back, Len. So you were saying?
I'll let you do the show at 10. I'll send you a link and we'll try to do it.
Okay, no problem.
It's because the connection is slowly improving. So I'll send you a link to it in about, what time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. I'll send you a link in about 30 minutes.
Okay. Okay,
And we'll try and see.
Definitely try. Doesn't hurt.
Anyway, we had a good time. About 3 o'clock in the morning, we had some issues. A guy got mad at the apartments next door because
that was later in the morning.
Next door was claiming the.
That was later in the morning because it was sunrise when that happened. Yeah, we're packing up.
We had
we're about to call it. We're about to call it a morning because we're packing all the gear up in the car, and I mean I'm literally at the back of I think I was helping Len out putting stuff in the back of the truck, and all of a sudden we hear this guy yell out. He's like, "Hey!" And Len, you continue onward with that.
So yeah, it got a little crazy. Turns out that he was mad at somebody from Dale Kazmarik's group. Dale Kazmarik had a team of about 7 people. Nothing improves that lane, of course, for the ladies' information, I don't know if they know who Dale Kazmarik is. If you look up those photos on Google, and you see the lady on the stone taking in Baxter's Grove, it was Dale Kazmarik's group, that Judy Huff specifically, that took that photo back in 1991 or 2.
It's 91.
91.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was Dale Kazmarik's group. He was there, and while we were on site, in the presentation, the slideshow presentation, he heard the names of the groups that were there guarding the prison camp, the unit names.
Wow.
And he asked over a ghost box, what unit?
I think he just froze again.
Unit were you with here at Camp Douglas? Clears the bell, and it was a number of the unit that was the prison guards there.
Wow.
And he got that out of a ghost box. So he definitely got a piece. He actually heard a voice and got a intelligent answer with the correct 3-digit number.
Wow.
To identify a unit that was there. No way that was fake. There no way to fake it. And there it was in front of people and recorded. And I believe he has that still posted on the Ghost Research Society website. As a pretty distinct piece of evidence.
Oh, with you, Adrian. I'll have to look that up.
An interesting thing too to also add too about who Dale Kazmarik is. He's actually been on a few of the he's been interviewed on a few of the paranormal shows on the Travel Channel. In fact, his group that he runs, which is called the Ghost Research Society, if I'm correct, I think they're the oldest paranormal group in Chicago. They've been around. He's been running this group since 1977, and it's still an active group.
Well, I told Len, I think in chat, I told him, I said,
right.
we need to
he was
oh, sorry.
Dale was actually ghost hunting, doing private residences when I was in high school. And I'll be 67 years old this summer.
Oh, man.
I think he started ghost hunting about 1970.
Yeah, it was a few years before he formed the Ghost Research Society.
Yes, it was. So
okay,
it's one of the longest lasting groups in the United States.
Yep.
His website has a picture of him holding up that Resurrection Mary shirt.
Yeah, because where he lives not too far from me, honestly. I mean, he's in the nearby town of Oak Lawn, which is just like 20 minutes away from me. And oftentimes, like, we often will usually cross paths, like when we go to Paracons, both within Chicago as well as out of state. Sometimes they do have a vendor table. And like what Len said, it's not the first time, but I've investigated with them a few times.
That's awesome.
Nick, look who made a comment in the chat room.
I know, it's David Wismer.
David Wismer.
What is this, like some kind of Midnight Paranormal Society reunion we're having or something?
Yeah. All we need now is have Frank drop in.
Yeah, Frank Heiberger. I have not heard from him in a long time. I mean, I know I'm still friends with him on Facebook, but I have not heard from him who knows when the last time I remember hearing from him.
Frank, he's over chemo now. He had cancer.
Oh, really? He did?
I don't know if you knew that or not, Nick.
No, I didn't know that.
He had cancer. He had to go through therapy, but he's clean. He's getting his health back, his strength back with the chemo. That's some rough stuff. So he's doing all right. Still living in Chicago, fully retired, enjoying life. Now he's out of chemo anyway. He's growing his garden, he's kind of doing what he wants to do. So he's okay. So he and I talk once in a while. He and the wife.
I wonder how his daughter. I wonder how his daughter's doing, because I have not heard his daughter Beth. I have not heard from. I mean, if I haven't heard Frank in a long time, I haven't heard from Beth in years.
Beth, she owns the house they live in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. So they're living in a. Yeah, they're living in a home that's actually owned by Beth.
Wow, that's interesting.
So, yeah, so he's got a yard now. He's doing okay. He and I talk. We cut up once in a while. I laugh at some of the memes I post because you probably get my personality. I have a lot of fun on Facebook.
That's got to be Scott.
And
I'm wondering too. Yeah, Kathy was talking to him over the last few years. Apparently, what Dave said.
Well, I was telling Len in
so,
chat.
Yeah. So
that,
Frank's.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
Do what?
Keep going, Len. I was just going to say that I was telling you. I was telling you in chat that we need to go investigate the Allen house. I want to get up there and investigate it.
Yeah, it's expensive to get into. But the best thing to do would be to be down here on Halloween, where you can just do a public tour of the house for $10.
Well, that's not bad.
But no pictures, no video to be taken in there. Yeah, and very little investigating. They let me slip in there and do some investigating. First two Halloweens I was down there, and that's why I made contact with the main ghost lair, the Liddell Allen and her son Alan. That's not his real first name, but everybody called him Alan because it was when she divorced her first husband, well, her only husband, they did not like using his name at all. So Liddell took her maiden name back instead of calling Alan the Junior, because he was named Junior after his father. They just called him Alan because they basically after their divorce, her husband's name was just something you didn't say in the house. Yeah. Which is kind of hard when your son's Junior to the same person. So they just called him Alan just so you don't say the accursed person's name. Alan died in his early 20s. he worked in New York for a short time and caught something. Don't remember. I don't have the information in front of me. But he died at a very early age. Alan is a bit of a jokester. Liddell gets tired very quickly, very easily, especially on a tour night like on Halloween. But Alan will go all night, and he loves a good joke. He loves the kid. It's basically practical jokes coming from.
I think he froze up again.
He's
Oh,
just one of those.
No, you're good. You're good now. You're good now.
Okay. I thought somebody was asking something, so I was kind of waiting.
It was like you froze for a moment.
But yeah, that house is very interesting. Liddell's a very tragic story. Nick, you may not know it, but she was a suicide. She had a guy she was in love with. He was in love with her, but he wanted to go serve in World War One and went, and she could not wait for him. Horrible decision on her part. She married somebody else while he was off to war, devastated him, but he recovered and married somebody else. Well, that marriage with her, the Liddell's marriage, just did not work out at all. And even though she had a son with him, he was a little bit of a drinker, owned a bar for a while, and finally she just got tired of it and divorced him. And he left town, and she wanted to get back together with her first love of her life, but he was married and also had kids. Well, they had an affair for several years. He took her places. He worked with, I believe it was Texaco Oil Company. So he had money and was actually carrying her around. They actually visited Chicago several times.
Really?
And I think we went to World's Fair. Yeah, I think we went to World's Fair together.
Yeah, because I mean, I know that I've heard of this story,
yes,
but I never knew they came up to Chicago.
Yes, they came up to Chicago. And one Christmas that, he kind of hinted, nothing definite, hinted he was going to come down for that Christmas and be with her. And he was going to, he'd always told her, the only thing a married man tells his mistress, one of these days I'm going to leave my wife. I mean, what mistress has not heard that one time or another? She heard it several times, and she was expecting him to come down there that Christmas. A note arrived from him saying he could not come down, make it that Christmas. He was going to spend it with his family. And to top it off, he was not going to leave his wife for her. Mm-hmm. She kind of knew this was coming and bought, I believe it was, what was the name of that poison? Anyway, I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, I think that was. Oh man, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name itself either.
Yeah, she got it from a pharmacist, and because it's got other uses, and when she got the note, she just went to her room, closed the door, took the poison, and it took her a couple of days to die.
Oh,
that was back in, and she was still a young person too. She was only like 54 years old, and that occurred back in 1948 when she committed herself. I mean, when she committed suicide.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that was an unfortunate thing. It was all based on her not being able to wait to get married. Had she waited for her lover to come back from World War I, none of this would ever happen. Of course, we'd never have heard of the Allen house because there would not have been a haunting. She's buried within a mile or two of the house. They brought Allen's body back, and he's buried there with his mother there in the cemetery, not too far from the house.
It was cyanide, is what
But,
it
Yeah,
was.
it was, actually,
she's a
it
sweet
was
spirit.
mercury
Cyanide.
cyanide. Yeah, mercury cyanide.
Mercury cyanide.
Yeah, she was, like I said, died around Christmas of
But
1948
she's a nice
at the age of
person.
54.
Mhm. The first night I contacted her, I was talking to a guy, and he said, "She's here. I can kind of feel it." And I said, "Yes, she's right here." And over the echo box, I said, "Liddell, are you right here?" She said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, wait a minute. I have no idea. It's kind of a big house. It's got a basement, attic, and 2 floors, so you can kind of get lost in it. Big mansion." And I said, "I have no idea where my wife is. She's probably wanting me to get out of here and go home." And both of us felt something leave. And he just looked at me and said, "She's gone." I said, "Yes, she just left."
Wow.
What she did, she went to where my wife was and touched her, because she said, my wife independently, without knowing my end of the story, said she was touched by a ghost, and came back to me. I said, I bet she's waiting on me somewhere. And and Liddell come back. She said she is.
Oh man.
And because she was in the foyer close to the front door on the bench, just waiting on me to come downstairs or to where she was. And that's how Liddell and I got to know each other. She has a partiality for good relationships, and my wife and I have a good relationship. So she contacted me rather easily the next Halloween, and one of her first questions was, "How's Gail?"
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Sweet.
So, and Alan, I think I was telling Eileen this or not. I was in the middle of the Allen house in the dining room, and a guy walked in on a tour, and I was talking back and forth to Alan, and a local walked in. First time I ever saw him in my life, and the last time. Younger guy, and he was wearing a baseball cap, and was the only guy in this section of the tour group with a baseball cap. I said, "Alan, give me the name of the guy who just walked in this room wearing a baseball cap." Alan immediately, very loudly, blurted out the guy.
Are we having issues again?
Yeah,
The guy kind of,
There we go.
he's saying, "Can you get this guy's name with a baseball cap?" And then Alan blurted out his name. The guy ran out of the room and out of the house and was gone.
Wow. Jeez.
But you can imagine, if you're on a tour, maybe it's Halloween, you're in a haunted house, you're walking through there, and there's this idiot old guy sitting there talking to a computer pad and says, "Give me this man's name," that when you just walk in the room, and the pad gives your name. It's panic station time. It's time to go.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off real quick. I gotta get kind of stretch my legs a little bit before Len's show. So Len, send me the link, and I'll be talking to you in just a few minutes. And I love everyone.
We love you. We got to shut this down anyway, so Len can even get his stuff together before the show.
Yeah. I got to stretch my legs.
Oh. Well, I love you guys. I'm heading out.
Yeah, great show tonight, guys, and also happy Easter.
And don't forget, I'm waiting for my birthday present. My birthday Saturday. Waiting for my birthday present. Just saying. Mwah.
There's a belt on the way.
and maybe a little something else too, Eileen.
I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, good night, everybody.
Bye.